The big thumbs. I hit the wrong buttons. Well, look at there. Look at there. We got a bunch of people out there already, Woody. We had Sampy started it all off. There's Catfish Fever and Outdoors. Lynn's out there. How's it going? Joshua Parham, how are you? How are you? Let's see. There's Jody out there. You know that Jody character. She's out there watching. There's Chad Thomason. How's it going, Chad?
Hey,
He
Chad.
does he does a lot of Facebook out there. Make sure you check out Chad on Facebook. Dale Hayslip. How's it going, Dale? Mike Young, how are you? Thank you, thank you. We've got there's Doug, Rebel River Cats. He fishes the James River here with us. Crappy Day. Crappy Day Fish On. Good to see you. There's Roger Muskrat Adventure, Joshua Parham. Let's see. Everybody's chatting. Everybody's chatting. 3 nights. There's Catfish and Edge. Oh, 1 second. And there's Dustin out there. How's it going, Dustin? We got 29 awesome people. Well, as you can see, the guests we have up here tonight, my guest tonight is Woody. How's it going, Woody?
Hey,
Good
to how y'all doing?
Welcome to Cat Chat. Good to have you on.
Man, glad to be here. Really glad to be here. Been looking forward to it.
Well, absolutely, absolutely. And, one of the things we're going to talk about tonight is, it wasn't too long ago, I got a picture. I'm going to try to get that picture up in a little bit, but I got a picture of you holding a monster fish. Now,
that's a big fish.
That fish looks like it could be over 100 pounds. I'm not sure.
I guarantee it was.
we got palmetto cats out there. And so y'all, you fish, for those that don't know out there, tell everybody where you fish, not the exact location, but what river, etc.
Well, I live in Georgia, man. I make the trip to Tennessee to fish Tennessee River and Chickamauga Lake both. Fish Tennessee River a lot more than I do Chickamauga Lake.
There you go. And so that day, that's got to be something like you get a triple digit fish. That's just like a memorable. Like there's just something memorable about that. And you want to tell everybody a little bit about it?
Let me tell you, I mean, that's a once in a lifetime fish, and I'll probably never catch another fish like that. That morning started off. It's like I was behind the 8 ball morning that morning. Got out. I caught some bait and got to messing around and finally got some bait caught up and got out there on the river a little late. And so I was like, what's going to happen next? So, yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I know it's tough, when you're out there by yourself.
Yeah, it's hard. Yep.
You're getting all that bait, you're making that trip. I know I do a lot of fishing. I just can't believe that you caught that. That's an amazing job to catch that hundo by yourself. That is, wait a minute, somebody's in the...
Wait a minute. Whoa, wait
who
a minute.
let him in here?
What's up with this?
Wait a minute. You bring Woody in here. I can't believe this. Me. What is this me? I did this. I did. Come on, man.
Come on.
Where was I?
That was just
in bed? I mean, come on.
I was just trying to have a moment of glory, buddy. Come on, man.
Look at that.
Wow.
Who let Darrell in? Like, how did Darrell get in here?
Like, it's hurt. I mean,
although Woody, I don't know. The only pictures I've seen, Woody, were you with the fish. I never saw Darrell in the boat. I'm just saying that's just.
Oh man! How can we?
Can I plead the fifth? Can I plead the fifth?
You sure can. You sure can. we just having a little fun with that, and because I know what it's like to fish by yourself in the boat, Woody. I'm out there all the time by myself, catching those big fish all by myself and netting them and getting the
It's
bait.
rough. It's
It's tough.
hard, especially I got arthritis too. It's really hard,
Yeah.
You're gonna have a whole lot more than arthritis. You're gonna have a whole lot more than arthritis for this show, though. And you keep talking about I was by myself. You're gonna have some knots on top of that head.
Oh no, not knots on my head.
Man, my buddies already just took it. I mean, just left me hanging, bro.
Palmetto Cat said Woody didn't have no help. He actually had to tell the captain of the boat where to go. Woo.
So I'm trying to figure out where he got this boat. He caught this 100-pounder with him.
I'd like to announce I'm for hire now.
And let's see, Dustin says, I have a question for Woody.
Uh-oh.
Well, fire away. There's Buck Williams out there, Palmetto Cats.
Oh my God!
Right, it's always sunny on Palmetto Island. Uncle Jeep's out there. Uncle Jeep is saying Woody had been carrying Darrell for years and occasionally body slammed him too. We're going to talk a little bit about the wrestling tonight. Instant replay. They want an instant replay on the pitch.
The footage has just mysteriously disappeared, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Dog and I outdoors there. There's LG Bass. If you have any other questions for Woody and Darrell out there.
Guys, I don't want to steal Woody's thunder at all. That was an awesome fish. We were both together. We just did this to have fun, but let me step back out because I mean that is such a achievement that Woody done, and I just I was glad to be there. But go ahead, Woody. You can tell your story now.
Thank you, Buck.
We had a lot of fun this morning on this. So
yeah. All right. Well, first of all, disclaimer. I've told this story a time or two, but I still am horrible at telling stories. I'm not quite the storyteller Darrell is, so I'll try to pull it off here. So, like I said, we started out that morning. We got off. We was behind the 8 ball to start with. Got off to a little late start. Catching bait was a little slow, but we finally got the bait called up, and Darrell decided that was enough. So
let me stop you right there. Woody caught the bait that morning. Woody caught the bait that morning. Darrell caught like 3 bluegill. Woody caught about 20. So they wasn't much Darrell catching bait that morning. Woody had the spot. Darrell just sat there and watched him, helped him
Woody,
put him in the live well.
Woody, I can see already why you're saying you're a good storyteller. The problem is that when Darrell tells the story, you just let him tell the story. You got one sentence into it, and he's already done interrupting.
Hey, I want him to take the credit. He
That's
did.
My
he caught the bait that morning.
The reason why I caught that fish, those bait fish, I was using my magic rod. It's a blue and yellow Lou's crappie buster that my friend has now stole from me. And that's part of the story. So I'll just say he's took over my Lou's rod. But no, but seriously, we caught the bait and took off. I mean, it'd already been a great day. I mean, we fished all day and we caught about 10 fish, 8 or 10 fish already. Done caught a pieball. Caught a nice blue on the guard dog that day. Remember, that's the first day we used the guard dogs, and that was successful, and it went off, and we jumped up like a little bunch of little kids. We were just having a great day, and Darrell's like, I got a feeling about this hole down here, and let's go hit it before we go home. So I'm like, hey, let's do it, buddy. So, because wherever he goes, I trust his judgment because he's always good about putting his own fish. And so we went down there and we got in that hole and we caught 2 decent blues, didn't we, to start with in that hole? And I guess, it was about 3:30 in the afternoon. caught two doubles, about a teenager and about a 20-pounder, I guess. And so we threw out again, got everything spread it out. And next thing I know, Darrell's over there fiddling with the rods, and the rod goes off. He goes, "Grab it, Woody, I'm messing with this." So I went over and grabbed it and started reeling it. And then to start with, I was like, I felt like a decent fish, like 30, 40, 50-pound fish to start with. And after about 5 minutes, I started coming to realization that this was a big fish. And about the time I told Darrell it was a big fish, another rod on the other side went off, and Darrell grabbed that rod and started fighting it. So here we are on both sides of the boat, fighting a fish each. And Darrell's like, "Hey, this is a pretty good fish too." And I'm like, "I can't help you, buddy." You're like, I was like zoned in, and it was like, it was all I could do. I had my hands full, and so Darrell fought that one probably. I guess you fought that thing about 10 minutes or so, didn't you, Darrell?
About 10 minutes.
And he pulled that thing in. It was a big fish. It was a big 40-pound fish, and so he got that thing in, and then I probably me and that big blue was just at a standstill. He probably came up about 15 or 20 feet off the bottom, and he just wasn't going nowhere. He was like, so I fought probably another 15 minutes, didn't I, Darrell, I guess? Yeah. And we never did see it till he got up to the boat, because he came up under the boat, and we didn't see him until we put him in the net, and we were just like, "Holy smokes, this thing's huge!" So we got that thing netted, and it took both of us to get it in. We had to make about 2 or 3 tries to get that thing pulled in the boat.
Yeah.
So we were just sitting there in amazement, man. We got 100 pounds of fish. I mean, almost 150 pounds of fish laying there on the deck. It was just like surreal, It just hadn't sunk in yet, but man, we were happy. Don't get me wrong, but it was just like, you just don't have that much meat laying, with 2 fish laying up there at one time. But have I left anything else?
No, I think you did a great job. I think you did a great job with the story, Woody. That was I felt like I was right there with you.
Well, you just ask me next year. By next year, it's probably going to be about 150-pound fish. And by the time I'm retirement, when I'm retirement age, it's going to be 200 pounds. So,
Muskrat Roger saying cold water is when those big fish will school up together. It's not uncommon to catch several big ones if you catch one. Yeah, when that water gets cold, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Darrell, do you remember anything a little different with the story, or that's you thought?
Oh yeah, I absolutely do, because I almost got knocked in the water over there, and I mean, what it was I was up there fixing one of his rods. I'm thinking pretty positive he had bird's nest all the ones he had cast out, and I was over there diligently, getting it done, and so this is my memory of it. Now I don't know what Woody's going to remember, but they was all bird's nest stuff, and it was my turn. We take turns about catching fish, and it was my turn to reel the next one in, but. I'm over there trying to get something straightened out, and all of a sudden the rod just shit. They had been ticking all day long, and you know how wintertime fish are. They just don't. Most of the time, like 9 out of 10 of them are just bumping it, and it went down. I went big fish, and when I did, it felt like somebody had hit me in the shoulder and knocked it out of socket, knocked me over to the side. And next thing I look, after I grabbed the side of the boat, Woody's got my rod. And he's got his rod in one hand and a knife in the other. And he's like, "You get close to me and I will cut you." And that's really the story it went. And he said, "You remember the pieball you caught up there that was supposed to be mine?" He said, "Now then, I'm going to pay you back." He said, "I don't care if I was in the back of the boat. eating Oreos and banana pudding and drinking a Dr. Pepper when you reel mine in. My teeth were bored and I needed to eat. And so he took and beat me up right there on the boat to take my fish away. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Palmetto was saying, "Oh, so now it was supposed to be Darrell's fish. So now Woody stole Darrell's fish."
Oh no, Woody told it again. We had a really good day. We actually wound up catching 12 that day, and we started out, and the water was just running more than I like to do when we fish there. I don't like fishing down there when the water's running real high to catch huge fish, and I like it to be slower. So we went up the river towards some places we knew, and we caught a piebald first off then. No, I think so. We caught a couple of blues, and then I moved over place. I know there's been a piebald caught over here before, and Aaron had caught one over there, and so I got over there and we set up, and sure enough, the rod went off, and it was right in front of me, and I don't know why I didn't give Woody the rod, but it was supposed to be his turn to reel it in. I grabbed it, reeled it in. It was piebald. Boy, I felt really bad. I felt horrible. I apologized to him like 10 times. I said, "I'm sorry. I forgot that it was your turn," and because I've already caught a piebald before, and I felt horrible about it. And so we caught several blues, and then we pulled over to a place where I was like, "Let's fish this cement over here. It looks like a good place for flathead." And we caught a flathead. And so we said, finally, they had turned the flow down to 1,500. And I said, "Let's go down there and see if we can catch a flathead down close to the second big hole." And when we was going down there, and I kept looking at the graph, and I looked at where we'd caught some nice fish down there. I said, "Let's stop right here." I said, "I don't know why, but let's stop right here and see if we can catch." I said, "Let's see if we can catch a big blue out of here." They've slowed the water down to 1,500. And so we stopped, and we went in there 5 minutes. We caught doubles on the blues. And then I don't remember what I was doing with a rod, but I was messing with a rod when that one took down. I said, and we'd already caught, we'd caught 10. I said, "We just go ahead and get that one. I'm messing with this." I think I cast it back out, and I was just letting it, spool out to the bottom. And he reeled that thing. He got that thing started, and we knew it was a monster. And it was a fight was on, and that fought harder than any fish I've ever seen catch. And we've caught a lot of big ones. And usually the bigger ones, especially wintertime, they don't fight hard. But that one fought the whole time. Poor old Woody. I was feeling sorry for him.
But yeah, it was weird. It's like he hung 15 or 20 feet. We was fishing in 60 foot of water, and it's like he hung 15 or 20 feet and just stayed there. I couldn't get him to move at all, and anything I take, he'd get it back right away. And that was just like, when he started running, I was like, yeah, and I thought he was going to spool me, I'm like, Darrell, he's going to spool me. And I got to messing with the drag and ended up getting it too tight, and the dang rod sounded like a banjo going off. Oh. And then I started to play some music with it, but we straightened that out. And we're good about talking with each other. Yeah, we're always good at talking with each other when the other one's reeling. We kind of coach each other, I guess you might say. We're always good about coaching each other.
We had we had a bunch of awesome people come in. We got Solo Texan Adventures. Dustin's out there. Greg B. We got Kim Burnett. How's it going? Great to see you. I'm going to be doing some of his type fishing tomorrow. I'm supposed to be going to do some crappie fishing tomorrow. So I'm pretty excited about that. I can't wait for that. Shirley T. Muskrat Adventures. Muskrat says Darrell doesn't have feelings.
I got one.
One feeler, right?
One feeler, yeah. But
John, how's it going, John? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Guerrero's out there.
Guerrero,
awesome. Appreciate everybody coming in. Dave G, Greg B, Mike Young. Good to see you. Good to see you. So you also caught, like you said, you had a pretty good day. There's Kelly Bullock Experiences out there. On top of the piebald and the Hundo, you got flatheads that day too, right?
I got a flathead. I have a flathead spot. And then we caught the 44 with that one. So I didn't feel so, after he pulled in that big 100-pounder, I didn't feel so bad about catching his piebald.
No, I bet you didn't give a second thought about that, did you?
Yeah. Somebody said, I'd rather catch a pieball instead of 100-pounder. I said, man, I would. Well, you catch it there. The pieballs are getting more and more in there anyway. So it was a heck of it. And like Woody said, that fish, it would keep going under the boat. He'd have to put the rod out over the boat, and keep the line off it.
Yeah.
But like we fished with 30-pound fish. So when it came up out from under the boat, and we saw that thing. We both had wet diapers. We was like, "Oh my goodness!" Because that was the first time. The only time we saw it was whenever it came up right there out from under the boat.
You think
it was big?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you dropping that link.
We're going to edit that video and put it out. It's just been a lot of things going on lately. So
if you think about, like, you see a 50 or 60 come up next to the boat, and that looks like a monster because you're all in the excitement, and that looks like a monster. So to have that Hundo come up, if you look at pictures, I mean, you can see the difference between those 80, 90, 100+ pound fish with how wide, how big they are around like that, and it's just crazy.
I can't remember. One of us, it was either me or Darrell said that's 100-pound fish. So as it came up, I said, Darrell, that's 100-pound fish.
And he was right.
Well, we use that. Yeah, we used that Hydro 150, and it was full. It was full of fish. Yeah.
Wow.
That 100-pounder laid down there beside that 44, and it looked like it made that 44-pound fish look like a 24-pound fish. Yeah. It was crazy.
And here's just a point. We talk about it a lot with when a lot of us start out fishing. We've got the rods from Walmart. We've got whatever. Yeah. We've got a little. We don't have the HydroWeb 150s, but man, when you get that Hundo on there, aren't you glad that you got that big net? You have the other. Can you catch fish without that stuff? Absolutely. Does it help when you get that monster, that fish of a lifetime on, and we don't go on the river anymore without our monster net, our never lost anchors, it's just, I'm so glad to have that stuff to go out there and battle these fish. Like I said, do you need it? Absolutely not. You can catch whatever size fish on Walmart rods. I think the record was caught on an ugly stick, but
my big flathead was on an ugly stick. So
I
caught it.
When I was younger, it's probably no telling how many fish that I lost because I wasn't properly equipped. And if you're going to try to catch monster fish, you really need to have the good equipment. And that's something Darrell beat in my head when I was starting. It's like, you need to get this. And I'm like, what? You just want me to spend money.
I'll give you.
I tell people, spend what you can. You can catch them. I call it, my 73 was on a ugly stick, and it was flathead. So, I mean, you can catch it. We caught 50s on it. What a lot of people don't know is Woody is the flathead whisperer. He has caught three flatheads over 50 pounds.
Yeah, several 40s and several 30s too.
He catches the flathead, man. If it's ever a big flathead gets, it's always his turn. And boy, come on, you little hog. You hog the rod on the flatheads, but he's caught 3 or 4 flatheads that's been over 50 pounds. So,
and I'll give Roger credit. I give Roger credit for this one because it is it's when people ask, how do you catch a big fish? How do you consistently catch big fish? And Roger's the one that said it. You just got to be prepared to catch big fish. And that's but he's
true.
He said sometimes if you have a fish trying to dig underneath the boat, if you stomp on the floor, it'll kick them back out. That's a good
there was all kind of stomping on the floor because we were trying to get that 44 in the boat and everything else, and he wasn't coming out. That big boy was going to go where he wanted to go. That was funny, Woody. I go, Woody, this one's at least 40 pounds. He goes, you're going to have to get it in by yourself. I ain't going to be able to help you. I was like, what? I don't get I stay calm. Woody will tell you, I don't usually get upset and crazy until the fish is in the boat. I stayed calm, so I laughed at it. I said, I got it. And because I knew we had got that fish up, and I had that big 150. So that's the one thing I like about the 150. I say the 80 is like a rifle. It's just it takes, you just get a small area. That old 150 is like a shotgun. It's gonna just it's huge. And you can get him up there. He's going in the net, especially a 40-pounder. So we got that thing in the net, threw it out, but that was funny. I can't help you. You might just get that one by yourself. That's what he told me. I got that on video too, Woody.
I'm bad about not showing emotion either. Darrell will tell you, it's like I'll be a big fish and we'll take a picture of it, and like Joe from Chat Cats say, "Won't you tell Woody to smile every now and then?" So, but I'm never one to like really get excited, but I was excited over this fish.
Yeah. We fist bumped about 50 times between there and the house. We'd just be talking about it and just turn up. Fist bump. It took, it slowly. I don't think Woody realized what he got till we was about an hour from after we fished,
Oh, you don't. That adrenaline gets going, and you just, with my big fish, I literally I blacked out through parts of that. I just blacked out. Can't remember some of it. Jean said that y'all are positive influence. He's gathering his gear, his headlamp. He's going catfishing tonight, and he's taking his.
There you go.
There you go.
That's awesome. Outdoors Addictions out there. So how long have y'all been fishing together? I think that, if you see a couple of people, you got like Roger and Zach fish together all the time. Me and Stan 3. You see some good teams out there that they fish together for a while, and you kind of know what the other person does, and how important you think that is, and how long have y'all been fishing together?
You want to tell them how long?
No, go ahead.
Well, I guess about 2.5 years now, Darrell.
No,
I'm horrible with. Is it really? See, I'm horrible with time frames. I'm horrible. I guess. I guess it has been. Yeah, about 4 years. So, be honest, I didn't know much about fishing, and Darrell had been fishing a little bit longer than me, as far as fishing the rivers and stuff. And he kind of coached me and led me, and I've adapted to his style. And now, after we've been doing it so long, man, we ain't got to tell each other what's coming next, or what needs to be done, because it just kind of comes naturally. Because like I said, he had a plan. I kind of went with it, and I learned his plan. We went with it, and it's been pretty successful.
Yeah, and there's times Woody's done the same thing. We'll be flying up there, and he goes, "Man, I really think we should have fished that spot. Like we was at a tournament, and man, we just couldn't catch on." He said, "Really wish we'd have fished that bridge back there." I thought, you know what? I ain't found nothing all day. We're gonna go fish that bridge back there. Boom, boom, boom. We just come right back, and won the tournament. And it was like, man, glad I listened. What man don't know it all? And Woody and I, man, he knows his job and I do my job. And when he catches one, then I know what to do. And when I catch one, he knows what to do. And it's just, we don't have to tell each other, It's there's no ego or anything. It's just we have a great time going out and fishing, and it's just so much fun. I love him like a brother. He's always been good to me. We've known each other for about 10 years now, and he's as close as any brother I ever had, and just always right there with me. We've had a little, I wouldn't even say spat, just got aggravated at each other at that, but it takes us about 5 minutes to laugh it off, So,
oh yeah, we've been known to jaw jack with each other a little bit and get sideways, but like I said, just let us get it out when we said it, what we thought was on our mind, and I think that was good, because if somebody's your friend, you should be able to tell them any way you feel, and if they don't honor the way you feel, they're not your friend,
Absolutely.
So
we rev each other all the time and have a good time. And Woody knows when I say something, it's all for fun, and we can tear each other down and just laugh about it. I mean, it's just we don't get any feelings involved in it. It's just having a great time. And I said I love him like a brother, close to me as
Yeah,
anybody ever had. So.
Darrell, we met through wrestling, and he's been so good to me, and I consider him my best friend. I've only got a handful of people that I really care about, and he's my brother, so he's good to me. But Darrell, I hate Dr. Pepper. No, I'm joking. I really like Dr. Pepper.
Let's see. So Daddy says, "Hey there, pretty girl. Where do you want to go fishing tomorrow?"
I don't know.
You don't know. Where do you think?
See James. Well, obviously.
What do you want to catch tomorrow?
Catfish.
You want to catch a big catfish? All
Well,
right.
you better come to Tennessee River then.
Oh,
Mm.
he
I
said
want
there
to
ain't no
fish
big
that
fish in the
James
James
River.
River.
Who's drinking?
Oh. She said, "Well, what about your sturgeon, Grandpa?"
Oh, which I hear about that 222 sturgeon.
I've never heard about the sturgeon. Can I hear about it sometime?
Oh my God!
You've heard about the sturgeon, right?
Now
All
is this
right.
Stan 3's little girl?
Yes.
Well,
This
she's way
is.
too pretty to be his girl.
Oh.
She must take after her mother.
All right. You going downstairs?
Yeah.
All right. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
She was like, "Grandpa, can I say hi?"
Hey, your views just went up.
I'll tell you what, they certainly did. They certainly did. Yeah, that's she loves fishing. They're probably going fishing tomorrow. We're
Awesome.
blessed that all the grandkids, they love going out. That's one of the things you see on the channel here is like my grandkids, Stan 3's kids, they're always they're on the water a lot. So, I blessed for that. But yeah, so wrestling, you mentioned wrestling a little bit. Woody, how many years did you wrestle?
Whew, once again, I'm the guy that's not good with the time frame. Uh, 30 plus years. I know it's 30 years, 30 plus.
So, in other words, a long time. You wrestled longer than Austin has been alive out there.
That's yeah. I've seen about everywhere in the United States and a few countries here and there, and been lucky to and blessed to make a little living and doing something I love, and I was really blessed to make a living at one time in the wrestling world. So there's a lot of guys want that dream and never have it. So,
And if I remember correct, you were a lumberjack, right?
yeah, I did several personas over time. I did. My biggest run was a lumberjack tag team. I was Bigwood the lumberjack, and then I did some singles wrestling as it too, and I did some other gimmicks over time. I did a centerfold gimmick. It was like a group of us, and so it was definitely a wild ride. I guarantee you. I didn't. I lived a rock star life. Never made millions, but man, I had $1 million worth of fun. So I can't complain.
Please don't ask him about the centerfold gimmick, though.
You notice I kind of let that one just slip right on by.
Let that one. Yeah.
I'll tell you that in private sometime. You'll enjoy that. It's a good little story.
At least somebody will.
And Darrell, I know you were in the wrestling business, but you didn't do a lot of wrestling, did you?
No, I didn't. I met. That's how Woody and I met about, say, 9-10 years ago. He was running a wrestling show up in Blue Ridge, and went and I actually watched a couple of his shows before when he was running in LOJ, and down at Jasper. He'd ran what we called the 515 corridor. And I always like to cheer for the heels. I know that's going to surprise folks out there. But when the bad guys come out, I was always on their side and always taking up for them. And, everybody in the stands hated me because I was like, y'all are cheating. They're cheating him. The referee, blah, blah, blah. Man, I didn't have the fans mad at me. And one day, Woody, I think it was about the third show of that, he come over there from where he was talking. He did the announcing stuff. He come over and sit next to me. And I was like, here he comes. He's going to see if I'm a crazy idiot or not. He sit next to me and goes, hey, how you doing there? I'm glad to see you coming to our shows. I was like, yeah, I'm having fun. I said, don't worry about me. I'm not going because I thought he may be worried that I'm going to mess, be one of the crazy guys out there. I said, I bring my boys and we just have a good time. I said, we like cheer for the bad guys. It gets everybody else going. And we were doing a lot of charity stuff at that time for the Cancer Society, American Cancer Society, Relay for Life, because I had cancer and Relay for Life had helped done some things for me while I had the cancer and all. And so we were earning money for Relay for Life for Cancer Society. And I said, hey, you ever do charity events? He said, yeah. I said, I'd like to do one in Canton. I said, I think I could get several people there. And so he agreed to it. And so we had a big turnout. Well, I mean, I worked hard and we hung posters and I talked to everybody in my county. I know about half of the county anyway. We had the big crowd. And I said, you want to try to do this something together? He goes, yeah, let's do this together. And that started it.
Yeah.
So we had a great time.
When he asked me about doing it, and I said, well, this is your event. These people know you. If we want to raise money for Cancer Society, I said, you should wrestle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, what? I said, yeah, you can. We'll set something up for you. We'll put you in with a guy and y'all can have a good little match. And Darrell tried really hard. I mean, he did a pretty good job for a guy that's never trained wrestle. And he trained a little bit. And he made the effort and come up to the training school that I was running there several times and learned a good bit. And he got enough to have a decent match and he got over really well. And I guess that was the marriage. After that, we started running wrestling together, and man, it was a crazy ride. And we expanded the 515 corridor. We ended up running 3 or 4 different states, and just so many places. One time we ran 12 shows in 1 month. It was crazy busy.
Yeah, we grew real fast.
Now I see people mention WWF and WWE. You all were in the independent circuit, right? Isn't that what they call it?
Independent circuit.
Yeah.
Had a lot of good workers that worked for us, and man, I tell you how bad I got beat down in that match. I actually come back and won it, but a lot of people know me from church and stuff like that, and they don't know about wrestling. Well, this poor woman. She thought that the guy was killing me, and she went to grab her phone, and she was about to call the police and the ambulance down there, and her daughter stopped her. She said, "Come up after her." So Mama was about to call the ambulance. She said, "I had to stop her. She was calling the police and the ambulance to that guy because he was beating you so bad." Well, evidently was pretty believable because I'm telling you what, she was calling the law on them.
And Stan 3 says, I bet that Woody's wrestling school was better than Darrell's fishing clinic.
There's in Grandpa's Pond. Hey, we're going to do a podcast with who is it? We're doing a podcast with. It's going to be only about our wrestling, so we won't get a whole lot into that. Who is it we're doing that with, Woody? Kelly Bullock. Kelly Bullock after CatCon. So we don't want to get a whole lot in it. We'll get into a lot of detail and the guys we've wrestled and a lot of the people like Ricky Steamboat and Vader and all the guys that we work with. We work with so many good guys, the Hardys and stuff.
I know
I mean,
we've
we
talked
had
about
big
some old.
So yeah, AJ Styles, he worked with us. We'll talk about all what we did with them on his show. So I don't want to steal his show by talking a lot about this, but
No, it was just
we'll
something that I
announce when
thought
that's
would
going
be
to
pretty
be.
cool to bring up, and
Yeah,
that'll fill it a little bit for Kelly's show. So be on the lookout for that. Kelly's been doing a great job with the spotlight, where he features the different anglers out there from the community. So check out the Bullock Experience. Now, Darrell, I know y'all got something coming up here, and I see it behind you. Let me
yeah,
put you on full screen so everybody can kind of see that, and you
yeah.
can.
We got our. Let me get out of the way just a little bit here, guys. As you guys can see, we got our posters or our what do you call these billboards or whatever you want, banners in today.
Banners, yeah.
Banners in today. So that is actually 8 feet by 6 feet. 2 banners put together, has our sponsors on it. As you can see, Brother Kenneth is over there smiling like only he can. And I can just hear him now, just chewing on me. But well, I want the rest of all the gatherings to be in the memory of Kenneth. May 17th to 19th. I want all you knuckleheads to come down and be with us for sure. We've got a booth at CatCon, and we'll come see us out there. We're going to be raffling rods off and a lot of different stuff. We're going to be raffling off, and we're going to be selling. We're going to be selling a bait towel that looks just like this top half with Kenneth, and it'll say the gathering on your memory. And we'll have bait towels. We're going to sell for $5 each, and at CatCon, and everybody that's going to go towards the gathering, either paying for food or goes towards the big fish. We're trying to really have a big fish there. But anyway, I want to thank Mr. Parker for doing this. John Parker did the top one, and Mr. Woody did the bottom one. So these guys did an awesome job of doing the poster. And we've got great sponsors that's sponsoring that. I want to thank them and call them out right quick, if that's okay. We got
Absolutely.
Jack's Bait and Tackle. Pepsi Cola will be supplying us with all the drinks. FOA, thank you for being there with us also. National Title Pond. We're going to have Demon Dragons. They've been there from the beginning. Most all these have been there from the beginning. Guard Dog, first time for us this year. They're also a sponsor of myself. Great product, fun product. We'll talk a little about that when if y'all don't mind. Triple City Anglers, Catfish Sumo. Catfish Sumo's been there from the beginning. All these people, Jack's Bait and Tackle's been there from the beginning. We also have Parker's Planers board for the first time this year, and then we have a lot of good people that's also doing Catfish Hunters TV. These are all the YouTube people that's helping out, either by giving money or bringing something. Fish Sizzle, Brandon's helping out. Catfish TV is Hunters TV is Dana and John. Bobcat will be doing some stuff. Chat Cat, which is Joe, Chat Cat's guide service. Joe's a really good friend of mine. He's sponsoring also. Pontoon Jody, and also Cool Cats will be doing some stuff for us. So we appreciate all of our sponsors. We thank you for that. We'll be trying to get some more sponsors at CatCon. Just to be honest with you, I am not scared to ask people to sponsor. If anybody ever knows me knows, and Woody knows, man, I'll go ask anybody to sponsor because I can take no. I've been told no all my life. Hey, am I a good guy? No. Hey, can I have that last piece of pie? No. No's pretty common to me. Hey, pretty girl, you go out with me? No. So I finally got a beautiful young lady, and she didn't know me very well. And I said, will you go out with me? She went out with me. And man, we've been married 39 years coming June the 8th. So anyway. But
Well,
anyway, guys,
congratulations on that.
thank you. And we'll be at CatCon, like I say. But guys, try to be there. We have lots of door prizes that we'll have. We get a door prize from every single one of our sponsors. That's one requirement to be a sponsor is door prize. There you go, Catfish Sumo right there.
There's some spoons that I got from Darrell.
Yeah. So we get door prizes from every one of our sponsors. Every one of them we get door prizes from. And so we'll have lots of them. We gave out over $5,000 for door prizes. We will be serving barbecue. The barbecue will be free. That'll be on a Saturday. Hot dogs. Last year we did almost 40 pounds of barbecue and 100 hot dogs. And hey, at the end of the day, we didn't scrape out nothing for the puppy dog next door. So we're going to be doing a lot more barbecue this year. I rented the 3 places that's right down on the river, or actually on the lake, but it's the river, the main part of the river going through there, where there's been a 50 caught. Had a guy lose his rod. I won't call his name. I won't call out Catfish biking and embarrass him, but there was a guy that lost a rod there because he got pulled. It pulled the holder out of the ground and everything. Hogleg's wife caught her PB. Hogleg caught his PB right there. So it's a great place. It's about 250 yards across. People asked me if they could camp there. I said, hey, as long as y'all all can get along and y'all can set up, be happy, I don't care who camps there. So we've got that. Pavilion 4 is huge. It's just going to be a good thing. We've got anything left over that we have is going towards the big fish. Last year we gave $750, 2 rods, a couple of reels, and some shirts and all. We added up to over $1,000 given to the big fish. So we wanted to do a first, second, and third. And guess what? Let me tell you about the last year's winner. He won it from the bank with a big old flathead. So it's anybody's game out there. It's not going to be it won't be the heaviest fish. It'll be the longest fish. So bring your tape measure.
I love doing it by
I'm going to win that. Disclaimer: I'm going to win that this year also.
We got to tell you what we'll do is everybody that comes, we will put numbers up at the pavilion. So when you come, you have to get that number. It does not start till Friday, Saturday, and it ends at 12 on Sunday. So if you catch one on Friday, it's not going to count. When there's a lot of people that come up there, I'll be there starting Wednesday. Woody will be there Wednesday. Be a lot of people that come up there all week long. I know Telly and them and Chris, they come up all week. I think usually FOA with Freddie and them came all week. So there'll be a lot of people that just come all week. It's a great time to have a vacation and to meet people and have a great time for sure.
It's a great park too. It's really a nice park.
No alcohol, no alcohol. They do not allow alcohol in the park.
That's my aunt there, my Aunt Sharon Hill. She says, I'll come just for the barbecue.
There you go.
There you go.
And it's fresh barbecued. I barbecue it the night before.
Mm-hmm.
I think John's going to barbecue some. I think Bob's going to barbecue some. So we're probably going to do at least 50 pounds this year and hope for the best. We might get 200 hot dogs this time.
Yeah, I'll get extra hot dogs this year.
We got Charles
it's a great time.
With us. And so when is the gathering again?
May the 17th through the 19th. And we're also going to have people let us know. We're going to have about 4 to 5 boats. If you don't have a boat and you want to go get out on the Tennessee River, we're all volunteering our time to take people out on the Tennessee River fishing. Don't be embarrassed to ask somebody, hey, you need somebody to go or whatever. We want to take people out. Brandon wants to take people out.
Absolutely.
John wants to take people out. I know that James wants to. Jody will. I will. And that's 5 boats right there. And I know there'll be some more. Even Steve may take some out. So, we're gonna do our best to try to take out as many. If we take somebody out in the morning time. Danny Stone, and you're not invited. You gotta love old Danny Stone, but like I say, we're going to try to take people out if they want to go out also. So the Tennessee River is a beautiful, beautiful river. It runs between mountains and it's just a beautiful river.
Well, there you go. Thank you, John. Says, appreciate all who participates Thanks for always being you. Quite refreshing listening to intelligent gentlemen. Well, see there,
Two
he's
of them.
talking
He's talking
about
about
Woody
Stan
and
and Darrell.
yeah. Let's see here. If y'all have any other questions out there, so CatCon coming up February
Yes.
23rd and 24th. The Gathering booth. If you go in the doors, you go right, head down towards the Monster booth that back right corner. As soon as you go in, make a right. The Gathering is right there. Because if you've never been to CatCon, you go in the doors and it's just like it's Disney World for us in the fishing world.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just holy smoke, you don't know what to do first. So get the map, find where you want to go.
If you got kids, Junkie Chicken's going to be there giving out candy also. So he'll
Oh
appear
my
for a couple
gosh.
hours on Friday and Saturday, from what I'm hearing.
Although the
Yeah,
way
that's
that
like
go ahead.
I took my son last year and I was like, oh, he's gonna be bored to death, man, before this whole thing's over. And son, he got over in that bouncy house and playing with them other kids, and he could have stayed there all day. I mean, kids have a great time there too.
Don't spend all your money before you get to the gathering, because like I say, we're going to be raffling off. We'll do $5 tickets for some nice rods. We're going to be selling those towels for $5 a piece. Where can you get a towel with our buddy Kenneth on it for for $5? You know, a
There you go.
customized
There you
towel
go.
like that, $5.
And
We're going to have 50 of them. If we sell those out, we'll buy some more for the gathering. But let's see if we can sell out all 50 of those towels at the gathering.
I think I think that'll sell out. No problem at all. And if you have not got your tickets for CatCon yet, you can still get your tickets. The link is out in the description. Use code 2Stans. Use code 2Stans.
They get a discount when you don't they on with your code saying, don't they?
That's right. That's right. At CatCon, you can save a little money on your tickets there. Code 2Stans. They're still available. I spoke to her the other day. Danny's there. Stan 3 is saying, Danny, you're gonna need a new crying towel for March 30th when SEAL Team Fish. That's the boat team name. They had to come up with a special team name, Darrell.
Still team, I love it.
Gonna open a can of whoop butt on the bank team.
SEAL team. What are they out trying to catch seals?
So for those, that's the next thing that we have coming up on March 30th. It's going to be Team Boat versus Team Bank. Bank team looking pretty good. Bank team looking pretty good.
That's what I heard.
There's going to be there might be
On
some surprises on the bank. People that you would never expect to end up on the bank, and they may be out there bank fishing. So we'll get more into that in a couple of weeks once cat kind of stuff is over. But Stan 3 thinks he's got a good team. He's got Muskrat and Fish and Fever and who's these other guys? I've never heard of most of these guys, Darrell. I don't know this team that he put together.
Yeah. Maybe y'all have some good turnout on that. Hey, there's people asking in the chat if I would mail the towels. Yes, I will. Hit me up on Facebook Messenger, Darrell Morris. If somebody wants a towel that's not going to be there, it's probably going to cost you $10 because I mean shipping's expensive. So, but hey, a bait towel like this right here is worth $10. But if somebody wants me to, if I get enough pre-orders right now, I'll call back and get 100 towels. So,
there you go.
You guys hit me up, send me a message on Messenger, and we'll work out how to get the money. I take PayPal or CashApp, so we'll do what we can do. But like I say, we're trying to make it not for me and Woody to make a bunch of money. We want the gathering to people to have a good time, but be competitive out there. Also, get out there and fish and try to catch a big fish. We're going to try to pay back all the way from first to third. So if you guys want a towel, hit me up. We'll figure out how to do it. I see Solo Texan Adventure. You guys hit me up on Facebook and Messenger, and we can do something like that.
And I had
dude.
Boom, boom, bam from OG Sean White with the 222. Hey, I've been doing
Heck yeah.
the stand jig every time we get the boom, boom, bams. Thank you, OG. Appreciate that. Jeff
Yeah,
Fields is out there with us. Stand 3. Buckeye Catfishing's in. Solo Texans, thanks for being out there. We have a secret weapon. Stand 3 won't know what hit him. That's right. When he see who's I got, he'll load his boat and go home. Woo.
man. Danny Stone's got some. He's got some confidence wherever his team. Hey, if you don't have confidence, you just will not fish, had you?
That's right. That's right. And that's that point you brought up there. Like I think that's one of the biggest things. Fish. You can go out if you're just going out, throw some poles out, have fun. But to go out there and catch bigger fish, I think confidence is key. You got to have confidence that okay, I'm fishing here for a reason. I'm fishing there for a reason, and that's when you start consistently catching some fish.
Absolutely.
In my opinion,
That's a
I
whole
know we're getting
different ball game.
isn't
I know we're getting close to
it?
the end. I want to talk about
Oh
a couple
yeah.
of products that are sponsored by me, and this is one of the, if you don't mind, Stan.
Absolutely, go ahead.
This is one of the products that has been more fun that I've been myself and Woody are both sponsored by. We've had more fun with this little thing right here than anything I've ever had. Guys, this is called the Guard Dog. It is one of the funnest things. It comes with, you see the pack right here. It self-hooks fish. And we watch our rods just to watch this thing go off. It's so much fun. This hooks into the end of your rod and your line goes through the Y here. It has settings from heavy to light, and you can slide this around where you want to. So if you're fishing for smaller fish, you go all the way over here to light that's on belly here. Or if you're fishing like me and Woody in the Tennessee River, like especially summertime, you're going to want to put it on heavy to hit. And we have more fun watching these things because we bend our rods way over, and you're not really supposed to because it's harder for a fish to get out of there. You just sort of supposed to bend it where it puts a little pressure when it goes off and hooks the fish. But man, Woody said the other day, you got that rod bent so hard, if a 5-pounder hits, it's going to come in the boat with us. We'll never have to reel the line. But these are the funnest things I've ever seen. So go to, if you want to try these, guarddog.com. It's a USA made product. It's anodized, I think is what he says, that anodized paint so it don't chip off. It's aluminum, really strong aluminum. And they sell dog packs, which is a pack of 3, or they sell let's see, what are they? They've got singles, they got a dog pack, and they got I think it's called a dog pound, where you get 6 of them, so or 5 or 6 of them. So the more you buy, the cheaper they are. But they are so much fun. We have a ball of that. So I want to thank that sponsor and talk about that. Catfish Sumo's been with me. We're over a little over a year. Guys, he carries some really awesome gear, sinkers,
Quality.
lines,
Quality.
very high quality stuff. I really like his stuff. His hooks are amazing. Woody, tell me about them hooks.
They work, brother. They work.
How do you know they work?
I had one go through my hand.
He gets stuck with he can stick his. He'll say that's the sharpest hook I've ever seen. So, and also Demon Dragons sponsors also. And I'll say this about Demon Dragons, and I can prove it to people over and over and over. They catch more fish using Demon Dragons, especially flatheads. I used to hardly ever catch a flathead till I started using the rattles in the Demon Dragons. And now Woody catches these darn 50-pounders, and I sit back there and cry. He's caught 3 or possibly 4, I can't remember, over 50 pounds on the Demon Dragons. The 100-pound blue he caught was on a Demon Dragon. So those things really work, especially if you're if you bump, or if you're fishing in a river. Now, I don't say they're going to work that great if you're fishing from the bank and you're fishing in a lake where still water is, but they will float your bait up off the bottom. I think that means a lot also. but they work really good, and I've been sponsored by them for almost 2 years now, and they've been really good. Anytime I've ever asked for the Demon Drags, they've sent them to me. A real good company to work with. I can't say it, and Monster Rod Holders, everybody knows about them, but I've got those sponsors are really good people. The Monster Rod Holders, the nets, we've got the 150 is a great thing. I use the rod holders. Probably fits to get an anchor. And so those guys really have been good to work with, along with all these sponsors for the gathering too. So I appreciate all of them.
There you go. There you go. And can't add much more to that.
Yeah, and I didn't run my mouth till 9:02. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, that's okay. We were expecting you to run your mouth to 9:22. So,
Hey, at least I got to 9:02.
That's right. That's right. I thought it's been a pretty good show. Is there any other questions out there for Woody or Darrell? I think we covered everything we were trying to talk about tonight. I didn't have my computer set up, so we didn't get the pictures and stuff. But I'm sure. Do you have a video? Was there a video on the?
We're going to put a video out. I just have not got to it. Woody hadn't either, but we're going to put a video out of that fish before it's over with. I mean, that video, we've got the video, and it deserves to be out. I mean, a monster fish like that, I mean, you got to put that out there. It's just, speaking of flathead, look at this. Look at this. Let's see. Look at that flathead he caught the other day. I mean, he just always catching much, and that was during the winter blues. He caught that during the winter blues. So I mean, he's just always catching the big flatheads, and I'm just always sitting there going, "Why can't I catch a flathead?" And he couldn't get the big fish up there, but there it is. Let's see if I can get it in there. There it is. That's the 101-pound blue right there.
There it is.
Yeah.
That fish makes me look small.
That takes a lot too, boys.
Well, I know. Well, ain't that right?
Yeah, it'll be right after CatCon. I promise to get that video put together, and we'll put it out there for you. We got deals, a lot of editing and stuff like that, but we'll get it out there for you.
That's right. And Roger's saying flatheads target prey by vibration. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everything that's in the water has a certain vibration that they give off, and I think also the spooks. I think also helps with it makes a bigger target. They can hone in because they do use sight. Both blues and flatheads do use sight, just not as much as the other senses. So
yeah, well, they smell it. They're coming. Those blues smell it, and they're coming for it, and they can find it a lot easier like that. But yeah.
So there we go. All right. Well, Woody, anything you'd like to add before we get out of here?
Hey, I'd like to personally invite everybody out to the gathering. We do this because we love the catfish, and we love people, and we love getting together and having a good time. We'd like to see y'all come on out, guys. And thanks for having me, Stan.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I couldn't wait. And Darrell, anything you want to add? I know you got a lot in already, but feel free to add anything else in.
Everybody go to the Catfish conference also. That's a hoot also. We're going to have a good time there too.
That's right. The Catfish and Crappie Expo Extraordinaire Extravaganza or something like that. We're calling it. It's so much fun. The biggest show of its kind anywhere. You're going to be, if you can go. If you haven't got your tickets yet, you still can. The link is out there. Code 2Stans will save you some money for that. And with that being said, Jody went live over there. They're fishing over there tonight. We'll be fishing live on STANday. There may be maybe we'll have a crappy video come. We're gonna have a crappy video coming out soon.
I've been there before.
But with that being said, we're jumping out of here. Woody, Darrell, thank you. Awesome show. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. We are getting out of here. Deuces.